to be clear what is actually the extensive reading. What is extensive reading? Why we have to read the non-detailed part? What is the purpose of that? So extensive reading is nothing but we as learners read a lot for our enjoyment and for our fun. So there, when we read the non-detailed part, we meet many thousands of lexical words to improve our vocabulary. And what is vocabulary? Vocabulary is nothing but the synonyms, antonyms, collocations, the words with suffixes, prefixes. All these things comes under vocabulary. And indirectly or directly, we develop our structural part also in English. Whatever be the language, it may be English, it may be Hindi, it may be Telugu. That is the main purpose of extensive reading. So here, Samuel Langhorne Clemens, he has written the novel, that is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. So what is novel actually? In ninth class also, we have read one novel written by R.K. Narayan, the expulsion of the Swaminathan. The Swaminathan was expelled from the school. That was also the novel written by R.K. Narayan. So similarly here, Mark Twain has given us a fabulous, fantastic novel called The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. So what is a novel? Novel is nothing but a fictitious prose, that is a narrative of book length, typically representing a character and action with some degree of realism. It is based on the inspired true stories, but it is not true. That is called as a novel. Okay. So the writer is Samuel Langhorne Clemens. He is an American. He is a very, very, very famous personality all over the world. So his pen name is Mark Twain. So before going in detail of the novel, first we should be equipped with the biographical sketch of Mark Twain. So he was born on November 13, 1835 in the frontier village of Florida, Missouri. So you can have the doubt what is frontier here. Frontier is nothing but a line or a border separating two countries. Okay. So, as we know, Clemens was an American writer. So he was also a humorist, entrepreneur, journalist, riverboat pilot, publisher, lecturer, and as well a novelist. Okay, he acquired international fame. He was very famous all over the world for his writings. Okay, so he was also called as the father of modern American literature. He was also called as the father of American humor. So that's why he became very famous internationally. So, unlike others, he used vernacular language in his writings or in his narratives or in his novel writings. So, vernacular language means the language used by common people in their regions. Okay, I hope you all are getting my point. Okay, then his writings, I mean, whatever he has written, his narratives reflect the hard scrabble life of the frontier people. Hard scrabble means the hard work and the struggle the people faced in that particular society. And since he was the native of America, he is related to Mississippi region, Mississippi, near the Mississippi River. So mainly, if we read his narratives or novels, the non-detailed part written by him, the normal societal problems, the social evils like corruption can be reflected in his writings, which was going on in the industrializing era in that particular period. Okay. Then in his writings also, in his narratives, we can observe the sardonic humor to criticize the certain American people, the attitude of the American people. What is the meaning of sardonic? Sardonic means the way of expressing the uncomfortable truth in a clever way. Okay, uncomfortable truth means which is uncomfortable to that particular people or the person, which cannot be digested easily, which hurts that particular person. That is the here Mark Twain mainly wanted to reflect the attitude of the American people at that era, because the hypocrisy problem was there, the racism was there towards the African Americans. Okay, so Mark Twain was supporter of the civil rights, and he also fought for the African Americans, mainly women, for their suffrage. Okay, suffrage means the right to vote. So mainly we can observe whatever he writes, it may be a novel, it may be a narrative, whatever it may be, we can observe the problems which are going on in the society is being reflected
Namaste,
in his
madam.
narratives. Excuse me, sir, any problem? Okay, now some details about the adventures of Tom Sawyer written by Mark Twain. So the olden form which was written by the original form which was written by Mark Twain, it consists of 274 pages. It is the original one which was published in 1876. But the novel which is given to us in our syllabus, it consists of only 8 chapters and 19 pages. That's why it is called as the abridged form of the adventures of Tom Sawyer, because it is in condensed form so that we can understand it easily. Okay, and also the Adventures of Tom Sawyer became very famous, and it is called as the masterpiece of American literature because it was the first which was written on the typewriter. Okay, coming on to the next page. So what does this novel appeals? What is this? What does it reflects? What message it gives us? Okay, so it appeals the attitude of the young adolescent boy in this novel. Not only Tom, but also the people. Okay, one more thing. The Mark Twain's The Adventures of Tom Sawyer is a book for readers of all ages. All ages, not only young people, the adult people also enjoy this non-detailed part, this story, and also all age group enjoy reading this non-detailed part written by Mark Twain. Okay, so this is nothing but the narratives given by him is nothing but the exciting adventures of a typical boy during the mid 19th century. Adventures that are delightful. Delightful means happiness because they appeal to the basic instincts of the nearly all young people, regardless of the time or culture. All the people related to all types of cultures, all types of regions, they all enjoy this non-detailed part or the novel. Okay, instinct means nothing but a typical behavior of that person, of that particular person. The second appeal to the adult reader who looks back. Okay, you all people, do you agree with me that we all have some nostalgic things? We all have our past experiences. So after reading this, the Adventures of Tom Sawyer, we all have the experience of our reminiscence. Reminiscence means our past experiences. Okay, so there are some sentences quoted by Mark Twain. What are those? He has written, although my book is intended mainly for the entertainment of boys and girls, part of my plan has been to pleasantly remind adults of what they once were themselves and what they felt and thought. So he says that Mark Twain says that I have written this novel not only for young persons, it is for all age groups because after this reading this novel, everybody will remind of their past experiences. That is nostalgic. So, this novel is nothing but the combination of past and present, which is well remembered by the people who read this. Okay. So, Mark Twain was the sixth of seven children to their parents, and in his childhood he suffered a lot. It may be health-wise, it may be due to health conditions, it may be due to social conditions, it may be due to psychological conditions he faced there in his family or outside the house. Whatever it may be, he suffered a lot in his childhood days. And as we know, we have read many poems and many prose parts in first year as well in the second year. Our teachers, our beloved teachers, they have taught you of studies, the secret of work, then on his having arrived at the age of 23. So all these prose parts and poems are written by famous personalities called Francis Bacon, Swami Vivekananda, John Milton, William Wordsworth. If we observe all these great people, all these great people are able to write all these prose part or poetry part or the non-detailed part because they have some thoughts. They have some thoughts in their mind which come out due to their feelings or the circumstances which they are facing in the society, or the things going
Hello.
on, the situations in the nature. So the prose part or the poetry part come out of their minds, the thoughts which they are observing in the society, or due to their past experiences. Okay, so here also his writing, Mark Twain's writing style reflects the hardscrabble life on the frontier. Okay, the circumstances, the situations faced by the people in the frontier, the Mississippi River and the Wild West. Okay, so Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain, he was the sixth child of his parents called John Marshall and Jane Moffett Clemens. Okay, so he was a premature baby. He was born prematurely before 2 months. Okay, so because of this condition, because he was a premature baby, he faced many health conditions up to his 10 years of his life. Okay, so his mother was very much protective towards him, and she was trying to get him recover through allopathy and hydropathy. So you may have some doubt about what is hydropathic. Hydropathic is nothing but curing some diseases with the help of water externally or internally. Okay, so because he was sick, he was uh, premature baby, his mother was very protective towards him, and due to his activities, sometimes he used to troublesome his mother due to his mischievous things or some naughty things. Okay, then he was the sixth of his siblings, and mm, his parents were very protective about him, and his parents feared he might not survive, and the family was beset by the tragic early deaths of three of the Twain's siblings. Okay, that was his family problem, the disease which, the ill health he was having, all those things. Normally, we go through in our normal family situations also. Okay, so when Twain was 4 years old, his family moved to Mississippi River, port town of Hannibal. So there they lived for years, many years, and Hannibal would be immortalized as the town of Saint Petersburg in Twain's work. So whatever works Mark Twain has given to us, to this international world, all those were very immortalized because they are remembered forever, forever. So because the works written by Mark Twain are very fantastic. That was the golden era for him. Okay. Then his father was a lawyer, and he opened a store and eventually also dabbled in land speculation. Dabbled means involved. Speculations means the problems of the property, leaving the family's finances often precarious. Okay. Am I clear to everybody? Sir, is it clear, sir? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay. 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 But in 1847, his father died. So at that time, Mark Twain was 12-year-old, and due to the family responsibilities, he left the school and he started as a profession. He started as a typesetter. Typesetter means a person who helps in arranging type of printing. So at that time, the persons used to do the people the a person used to do a person professionally used to do that particular work. Now we have technology. We have our infrastructure is very sophisticated, so we use computers. So at that time, he started his profession, his career like a with a as a typesetter. Okay, then he became printer's apprentice for the Missouri Courier. So like this, his career started, and gradually he was successful in getting steamboat pilot apprentice license also. Then civil war has outbroken. So his career was had a full stop there, or comma was there, and cut short, and the career was disturbed. So meanwhile, Twain moved to Nevada. He on his desire was actually to write good things so that he can. One minute. Okay. So in 1861, Twain moved to Nevada. He rekindled his desire to write. Rekindled means reactivate. He regenerated his desires. He regenerated his skills to become journalist in territorial enterprise. So there he adopted his pen name called Mark Twain. So Mark Twain, it actually means the measuring line. This is the depth of the measuring line that indicated 12 feet of water. Okay, so his first important work was the celebrated jumping frog of. One minute. There's some problem.
If any student asks you request for annotating, reject that, ma'am. Don't accept it.
1 minute, sir. The content is not going page wise. I'm unable to get to the another page. 1 minute. Sir, can I go back and again share the content? Swami sir?
Ma'am, I think, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm here. I think you have opted annotate.
Sir, actually
Some
by
of that just
mistake I
close.
have, by mistake it
Okay, not an
happened.
issue. Okay, ma'am. You just use the eraser. Eraser button will be there at the left side. Eraser.
Okay.
Just click on it and take it to the screen. Okay. Yeah. Once again. Take the eraser button again.
Okay.
Now entirely close that drop down menu, which is to the left or right side of your screen, ma'am. You just close it and then you try to scroll.
Oh, ima antes no barang lah. Sara matres so gua ko barang. Ah, di mulai
It's
dari
okay.
di tentang far poi garati. Ah, in barang lah, barang kalau pasti
Nana Praveen Kumar. Nana Praveen. Mute lo unchana. Keep your mute.
ini barang ni, ini barang ni. Ada barang kata jangan itu. நிறுத்தி வச்சு சர்டிபிகேட் சேனல் வராங்க
1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
என்ன உங்களுக்கு ஆ Move.
Okay.
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay. Children, sorry for the disturbance. Now, coming back to Mark Twain. So, his wife Langdon settled in Hartford, Connecticut. There, Twain wrote The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and it was published in 1876. So, actually, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, it is based on his own story. Tom Sawyer is actually the Mark Twain is Tom Sawyer here, and two of his childhood friends, John B. Briggs and William Bowen. Those two friends, those can be seen in the novel The Adventures of the Tom Sawyer. The characters in his novel are partially the characters he met in his life. So as I said earlier, whatever a writer writes, it actually is the reflection of his own thoughts, which he uh, 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 gone through, the circumstances or the situations in society. It may be in the society, it may be in the his house or his personal issues. Okay, so all this will be reflected in his writings, or the novel or the poem or the prose. So we can, by this we can conclude that all his childhood memories and events evoked him as a great American novelist, but for all times. So when we become old, then also we can read this novel and we can enjoy this, and that's why he has become so famous in America. Okay, now coming on to the novel. So it concentrates basically on Tom, which is the main character in the novel, The Adventures of the Tom Sawyer. So, and to a lesser degree, Huck's development from carefree childish behavior to one that is filled with mature responsibility. So here the main point is young boys, they behave in a matured way after some incident. That is the main transition period here. So the novel focuses mainly four adventures: the adventure to the graveyard, the adventure to the Jackson's Island, the adventure to the haunted house, the adventure to the McDonald's cave. Okay, the primary adventure which features the murder. So some murder happens here. When you read the novel in detail, chapter wise, in the first chapter, after the introduction of the main character Tom Sawyer, in the second chapter, there murder happens there, and from that part, the adventure of Tom Sawyer starts. So Mark Twain captures the essence of childhood with all its excitement, fear, and mischievousness. So with the main character Tom Sawyer, along with the other characters like Becky Thatcher, Huckleberry Finn, Injun Joe, Aunt Polly, all the other characters also help Tom Sawyer to give a very nice novel written by Mark Twain, and all these four adventures which I have read earlier give a collective fantastic novel called The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. So it is very exciting during this novel. While reading this novel, we feel very excited, and the emotional balance which Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn go through, all those during those adventurous situations, it's very interesting. Now, So in a small town along the western frontier on the banks of the legendary Mississippi River, sometime during the 1840s, readers from all parts of the world respond to the various adventures experienced by Tom and his band of friends. So here you can see collective noun band of friends. Okay. So this novel appeals mostly in Mark Twain's ability to capture or recapture the universal experiences and dreams and fears of the childhood. So all of us have some dreams, all of us faced some fears in our childhood days. So all these will be reflected in this novel. That's why it is called as reminiscence or the nostalgic part. So normally, uh, his writings captured the hearts of many people all over the world. So till now also, the Americans and the Africans, they love his writings, and they just they remember Mark Twain as a fantastic writer. That's why he is very famous. He got fame. His characters came out of his imagination, personal life became immortalized. What is the meaning of immortalized, children? Immortalized means remember forever, forever and forever. Okay, so here you can see statue of the Mark Twain, the stamps. Okay, so because he was very famous, stamp was released in USA by his name, and from the novel, you can have a scene, Tom painting the fence, the main character Tom painting the fence. So you can see the stamps are there. So all this is because of the name and fame Mark Twain got after writing The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. So not only this novel, all the novels, all the prose parts, or the poetry part, or the non-detailed part, which Mark Twain has written, have become very, very famous. So South African, at the commemoration of 100th death anniversary, released Mark Twain stamps in 2010. Okay, now these are the pictures you can see on the screen. These are the houses of Mark Twain, which have been changed to museums. Museums. Okay, these are at Hannibal, Hartford, and Connecticut, and these are altered in museums, in the form of museums. Okay. Now, Mark Twain does not confine himself in telling simple children's story. He also concentrates on the satirical part, the sardonic part, the authorial commentator, and he steps in and comments on the absurdity of human nature. Okay. Children, what is the meaning of absurdity? It is nothing but the quality of being unreasonable or wild. So these were the houses which were altered to museums. Okay. Now, Mark Twain does not confine himself to simple children's story, but also he writes about the human nature having foibles. Foibles, what is the meaning of foibles? Foibles means every person have some weaknesses. So he also writes about the minor weaknesses in person or in character. So as the authorial commentator, Twain often steps in and comments on the absurdity of the human nature. So he always concentrates on the social issues going on around him. He is uh, very much, he shows interests about what problems a human race is going through, what how he can write a narrative so that the people, after reading that narrative or after reading that novel or after reading that prose part or poetry part, how the people can change their attitudes. For example, in this, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, he depicted the attitude of the young people, which is changing into the matured behavior of an adult person. Here, Tom Sawyer and as well as Huckleberry Finn, both of them were young, but after one incident, they just developed in a matured developed into a matured person, and they behaved in a very sensible way so that they shouldn't hurt anybody there in their village, and they should behave in a very proper way, not hurting anybody, not to um, show any type of disturbance and not to create any type of disturbances there. So, for example, after Tom has tricked the other boys into painting the fence for him, the voice of Twain, the author points out the gullibility of man. In order to make a man or a boy covet a thing, it is only necessary to make the thing difficult to attain. What is the meaning of covet, children? Covet is nothing but wanted to possess of others. If somebody is having something, we also wanted to possess that thing. That is called the character of covetity. And what is gullibility? Gullibility is nothing but we can easily persuade some person. That is called gullibility. So this is about the biographical sketch of Mark Twain, and this was the introduction about him, his life history, and what all sorts he has written in his life, how he has become more famous, and how he was able to acquaint such good name all over the world. So, in this novel, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, there are some important characters. Like the most important character is the Tom Sawyer. He is the protagonist here, the mischievous boy, the with active imagination. His friend is Huckleberry Finn. Then a beautiful girl in his class, Becky Thatcher, is there. Then Joe Harper is another friend of Tom Sawyer. His aunt, called Aunt Polly, she is a very protective lady who always take care of Tom and his siblings. And another person, a violent person, a villainous man called Injun Joe is there. He is the main creator of the adventurous things in this novel. Another man called Muff Potter is there, who is always drunken man. Dr. Robinson is there, who is a very respectable man in this novel. And one widow lady is there, and a judge called Thatcher, the father of Becky Thatcher. So all these characters are very important in this novel, because with the help of each character, the novel um, uh, proceeds to a very good end. And altogether, Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn are able to show their maturity in this novel. And why we call this novel as The Adventures of Tom Sawyer? Because as I said earlier, we have four main adventures here. Already I have shown you the content here. See, the adventure to the graveyard, the adventure to the Jackson's Island, the adventure to the haunted house. Haunted means in our villages, many old collapsed buildings will be there. So the people, they have some superstitious things that some ghost is there, ghost may be there. So that type of house is called haunted house. Okay, and in this The Adventure of Tom Sawyer novel, the students, the friends of Tom, they all together they all go to Douglas Cave also. So, due to all these adventurous things which went on in this non-detailed part, this is called as the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I hope I am clear to all students. It is only 10:42 and I have finished my lesson. Sir, Swami sir. Hello. Swami sir. Swami sir. Swami sir, am I audible? Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Swami sir. Sir, am I clear or not? Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir, you're audible, clear.
Okay, okay. Children, this was about the introduction of the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And I also shared my view. And what is the purpose of reading novels? Why we should read extensive reading? Now, as we did in the first year, here also we have to go through this non-detailed part, that is the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And here also we have to write the answer for 8 marks in detail in 25 to 30 words. So it's a very interesting novel written by Mark Twain. Whatever may be the language is not the barrier. If we want to develop our language, definitely we have to read one or the other thing. It may be a non-detailed part, it may be a poetry, it may be a newspaper. So if we want to develop our communication or the vocabulary part or the structural part, definitely daily we have to go through some or the other English articles. Daily, if you spare 10 to 15 minutes for reading newspaper, definitely, we are going to learn 2 or 3 new words daily, which will be helpful in future. Because nowadays it is the trend which we have to follow. Everybody is talking in English. The world is full of English and everything is being done with the help of English. So English is very important nowadays. So all students, it's my humble request, suggestion, or you can say it's my instruction, because it's very important to talk in English for communication. Already our beloved Ram Shivashankar sir, I think he coined the importance of communicate the conversation, the written part of the creative writing of resume, how to write a resume, how to write uh, what do you call curriculum vitae. So whatever structural part you people have learned in first year, that you have to implement here in second year, so that you can write properly. Because in second year, we shouldn't lose marks. You can lose easily when you write the letter writing or the conversation part or the curriculum vitae. If it is structurally good, then only you are going to get out of marks there, 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10. No question is out for 10 marks, only 5 marks. So you can get easily, you can get good marks easily here by writing the writing part, that is letter writing and all those things. And especially this non-detailed part is for 8 marks. So this is very, very important to score good marks in the examination. And there is you have to follow a pattern for writing this essay answer. Before going into in detail, you have to first introduce the biographical sketch of the writer, like we have discussed here about Mark Twain. After introduction, then you have to go into deep. Whatever the question is being asked to you, you have to answer that. That should be in sequential form. It should not be in the haphazard form. And then again, you have to give the conclusion. So this is the way how you write an essay answer. Children, I hope I am clear to you. I have tried my level best to explain each and everything, the introduction part of the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And I'm very thankful to Swami sir. He helped me a lot. This is about the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Swami sir,
Yes, ma'am.
can we ask our students if they have any doubts? If
Yes.
you permit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll unmute the children. Now you can ask, ma'am. Yes, ask them, ma'am. I have unmuted them.
Children, I have completed my part. If you have any doubts, if you have any queries, you can ask.
స్లైడ్స్ అన్ని ఒకసారి
What, ma? I am not able to hear you properly.
స్లైడ్స్
Now,
అన్ని
one by
ఒకసారి చూపించండి మ్యామ్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ మ్యామ్ స్లైడ్స్ అన్ని
Children,
ఒకసారి
children, I
చూపించండి
think it will become very messy.
మ్యామ్ స్లైడ్స్ అన్ని ఒకసారి చూపించండి మేడం వినపడట్లేదు చెప్పరా నేను కాల్ చేస్తా ఫస్ట్ నుంచి స్లైడ్స్ అన్ని చూపించండి మ్యామ్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్
Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Wait, wait.
wait.
This is the first page about Mark Twain. Second page. Third one. This is the fourth one. Ma, don't worry. All these things are present in the textbook. No need to worry. Since you people don't have the textbooks now,
Ma'am.
that's why we have prepared this PDF form. And I have tried to show this. When you get the textbooks, you can read. Each and everything is given in detail in the textbook. No need to worry. But you can enjoy this PDF form in a pictorial way. Okay, children?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, madam. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am.
my class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 I want to thank all coordinators for giving me this golden opportunity. Thank you very much.
Hey, madam. Hey, madam.
Ma'am.
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 Yes, Swami sir.
Really very good presentation, ma'am. I hope the children also enjoyed a lot. And shall we close the session, ma'am?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
We are going to
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.